What's up, y'all? Sparta here, and as I said, I want to do a quick video with a screen capture that I did for the LG V20 and its camera user interface. Now, it's kind of like low light where I am. I'm in my living room, so it gets a little choppy with the frame rate and whatnot. But as you can see, I'm in the manual photo mode, and you can change pretty much a lot of things. You could your shutter speed, how long the shutter stays open, the ISO, which is I think how bright the image gets. I'm not too sure. And yeah, it pretty much is how bright the image gets. I'm not entirely sure. My bad for not knowing that, but I don't know why I keep messing with it. But then there goes your focusing. You can manual focus. And the green lines you see is focus peaking. It shows you how focused the picture can get. And due to the fact that I had the shutter speed so low, it took longer to take. And I actually got a message there. My bad for that. That's a picture I took at Hardee's because I was bored. And you press that auto exposure button right there. This is AEL, and that'll just reset everything. And it looks pretty garbage because of how low I had the shutter speed. Because I was also shaking it a little bit, and just taking my case off to try and get a focus on the Note 5 logo and everything else on the back. Zoom in, and it looks good. It could look better in better lighting, but a lot of phones actually do that where it's pretty trash. Now I'm going into the manual video mode. And in this you can adjust the frequency where you want where you want the mic to take most of the audio from. LCF is low cut filter. That's where you can like adjust how much wind and other noise comes into the video. I normally keep it at low. Gain is how much noise you want, and you just keep that high so you can always get your voice. And the white balance is like how saturated, how cool it is, how red or blue it is, essentially. And I already told you guys about the shutter speed and ISO and what auto exposure does. Now right here, I'm going to take a quick video. And as you see in the upper right, you have a camera logo there. You can take shots with it while you actually are recording. And on the second display, which you can see in my one, I don't know which review video it's in, but it's in one. The second display actually has a zoom toggle, so you pull up on it and it zooms in, you pull out on it and it zooms out even into the wide angle lens. I'm trying to get a shot of the right there. I don't know why I wouldn't. And my homies keep getting in the freaking way. My bad. I should have disabled notifications. I didn't think they would reply so quick. And the little film strip right next to where the camera switch is, in between mode and the camera switch, that's where you'll find your filters. I forgot to freaking choose that. My bad for that one. Yeah, I moved the phone while I was doing that. I think because the phone was like doing a lot of stuff while I was, because I had like 4 or 5 heavy applications open while I was doing this. It decided to be a little on the warm side, and it wasn't lagging. It was more like it was taking a bit to process some stuff because I had my video editor open too. And as I said, it's a bit dark, so it can't necessarily get everything correctly. But yeah, it looks actually pretty good. Not as detailed as I'd like it, but I can make it better. You could always make it better. And I'm just gonna show the settings right now. It's basically what you could change in pretty much every phone. Then here are the modes. This is pop out. Now I didn't think that I didn't think that all of these would be on at the same time. I don't normally use this mode. I didn't use it in the G5 except for like one time, so I forgot and didn't really know. My bad about that, y'all. But essentially, it uses both cameras to take a picture. So this is the main camera. The other one is the wide angle 8 megapixel camera. And they look pretty cool. Pretty nice. And that thing in the upper left is basically the kind of borders that you can choose. I'll get to it in a minute. Oh, not in a minute. So, as far as that goes, it's pretty much the gist of it. I'm just doing that for fun. I'm bored. But it's pretty much it as far as how the camera UI looks and how it operates. Not time to get to the rest of the review here. Just focus on my ring just for shits. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to play it, but I like the little touches Google put into their multitasking. I think it's a bit better. Like say you don't want to like completely exit multitasking. You can just press the home button and it'll stay in multitasking. But if you want to exit it in like an app or something, you just swipe down from here. Or you could just press and hold on the recent apps and it'll just do that. Turn off. No! Too weeb, but okay. What else? I'll talk about battery life real quick. Battery life has been stellar on this phone. Like I'll pull up some screenshots I took of the battery manager, but right now I'll show you guys. Oh no, it's battery saver. My bad. I'll pull up the battery stats. God damn it. I'll pull up the battery stats for the third time. And I've been at home all day, but I haven't charged my phone since I woke up, which is probably around like, what was the last time it doesn't tell me. But I probably woke up about like 1, maybe. I don't remember. But the usage on battery is 6. I could get an extra 240 out, which will bump it up to like 9 hours. future fight. And my screen on time has been 3 hours and 6 minutes. But basically, I haven't really been using the phone that much, rather than like playing games and being on YouTube. So I can probably eke out another like 2 hours out of this, as it said. But I'll show you guys some screenshots real quick. Alright, so this is a screenshot, I believe, from like yesterday, where I got 10 hours and 20 minutes of usage on the battery, but got 7 hours and 12 minutes as far as usage. And yesterday I was playing a lot of games and whatnot. Just being bored, watching TV, doing the normal pastime. And the phone doesn't get uber hot. It doesn't get like terribly heated. It just gets warm. Don't expect it to get like HTC One M9 hot. Nothing can get that bad. But yeah, as far as like performance and whatnot, is this phone really doing this again? As far as performance, why is it asking me about Wi-Fi when I don't use Wi-Fi? As far as performance or whatnot, it works really well. It's fast with like connecting the apps, loading web pages, which I'll do here real quick. I'll load 88 Sears since I work at Sears. And as you can see, it loads really well. It's really smooth. It's nothing terrible. Nothing you wouldn't expect from a flagship phone these days. And somebody asked me to do like texting, messaging and whatnot. And I'll let you guys know it does it really good. I'll just do it through my group right here. Show you that. Man, I'm bored as fuck. And the keyboard, LG's stock keyboard is probably one of the better keyboards out there. I think it's number 1, 2 would be maybe, I don't know. It definitely wouldn't be Samsung. Samsung's is ass. Like it'll auto-correct shit that doesn't need to be auto-corrected. It kind of works like an iPhone keyboard, which I guess makes sense for the market to try to, go for. But what are y'all doing? And I normally use Hangouts. I would use Allo, but I'm pretty sure my homies wouldn't be comfortable with giving their phone number to Google, despite the fact that you already give everything else to Google. Our Google overlords, praise them. I'm just kidding. But I know my homie Static's probably just playing Skyrim on Xbox One, those mods. Say something, nigga. Don't just look at the message. But I'll show you guys what the second screen is primarily used for. And look at Trump being desperate. Man, what time is it? He's just getting off? Gonna praise the Skyrim mod overlords when you get home. And a lot of things I like about the second screen is that it'll tell you certain things, like say you upload a photo. I'll do a demonstration here. Let me find a photo I actually want to do that with. So I have a lot of shit. I have a lot of photos I've taken. And I downloaded a whole bunch of Dragon Ball Z videos just for fun. Yeah, I'll upload this night shot of this dragon I took that's above the Ace Hardware around my area. Night shot on LG v20. V20, really? You'd assume the V20 would know its own name. I know this video is being long, but say I post up there, it'll show that the post is done posting. It also would notify you when, say, you're updating or installing an app. I'll do that real quick too, just for fun. Oh, there's an update to the Chrome browser. I'll just do the Chrome browser then. So whenever you're doing like regular stuff, it'll tell you up there that it's updating. And it's lagging now because I'm updating something, but you know, that's typical. But yeah, as I said, battery life on here is stellar. The one thing that LG done great with is actually the headphone quality on here. Now I'm getting my the B&O H3 headphones that you get with the promotion. I just got approved. They just approved it for me, which will come in like maybe 4 to 6 weeks, but normally it comes within the first week or two. I'll do a review on those too, along with this phone, and see how they sound with this phone compared to my Note 5, and I'll let you guys know. But yeah, what else? I'll post I'll put a video in here that I took when I first got the phone, and camera shots that I've taken in video in post rather than just showing you guys on the phone through the camera, because I'm saying right now, you see like camera shots through another camera, it's gonna look bad. It's gonna look bad regardless. But I'll probably show you guys like one or two. But oh, that's the raw photo. Was that the raw photo? Oh, the phone just isn't fucking focusing. It doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. Because normally when people do that, it looks trash. But yeah, you see that? I tried to swipe on my Note 5 screen. I'll post different shots, but I'm just showing you guys the gist. Shots on here look really good. Natural colors, which is what I prefer. Not oversaturated colors, like what you get with like your Samsung phones. Or now with your Google Pixels. But it works really good. It doesn't... The cameras are really nice on here. I think it's a bit like... It's not as good as like the V20 because it's 2 sensors and not just one. Because the V10 had like... I don't know if I said V20 or V10, but you know what I mean. The V10 had one main sensor and it succeeded with just doing one main sensor. And with these 2 sensors, I feel like they just need tightening up. It'll just be software stuff they got to work on, but it's still typical LG. You don't expect like terrible photos from LG. Every phone has good camera quality now. To say one is the best is kind of like subjective and it's opinion based. I personally prefer LG phones because, as I said, I like natural colors. Samsung phones are great for auto mode, but they oversaturate every photo I take, and I don't like that. God, I need some water or something. My throat hurts. But what else is there to talk about? I covered battery life. I covered. There really isn't a lot. See, you get a notification up in the always on second screen. There really isn't much that I hate about this phone. Or not hate, but there aren't many gripes that you have with a lot of phones these days. If you do, like I could say LG should bring back their OLED displays because their OLED displays are great. I could say that, but excuse me, I also don't mind their LCD. Their LCDs are great too. They're nice and bright. It's bright enough in sunlight where you can see it. That's all I care for. I don't need it to be ultra bright. I don't need that shit. Like, honestly, I barely have my phone out while I'm out in the sun anyway. Normally when I'm out, I'm either walking to or from work. So that's really all that I need it for. You could say, yeah, the waterproofing and whatnot, but honestly, I don't drop my phone anyway. Nor I'm rarely around water, which is kind of weird because my speaker got messed up, but I don't know whether that's just a defect or if it's the rain that messed it up. But every phone has some sort of water resistance. They may not tout it, but as long as I can type on my phone while it's sprinkling or raining a little bit hard, I'll be good. I don't need to be singing in the rain, skipping and shit while my phone is in my hand. I don't need to do that. And honestly, I'm in the city in Minnesota, in the cities in Minnesota, so I'm not around lakes. So if I were, I'd kind of be like, okay. And the camera bulge doesn't bother me either, because as you could tell, it doesn't wobble, you know. And I'll actually, oh, Jarrell's at work. I was wondering, like, this nigga ain't replying to me. Because we were supposed to chill today. Oh, that's my fault. I kind of expect that, because rel isn't a word. But yeah, I meant to show you guys what I meant. I'll just do it in a message. Amazon wanted me to go to a hiring event. But yeah, you can see it doesn't wobble. Slight wobbling, but it's not like terrible. Like what would you get with an iPhone because of its camera bulge being on the upper right or upper left, depending on where you're looking at the phone. That's crazy. That's crazy. I normally don't have that many apps open at once. But yeah. Is it the prettiest phone in the world? Nah. But what matters with the phone isn't how the fuck it looks. It's how the software, you know, plays off the phone, how it complements the phone. You could have the sexiest phone in the world, but have Samsung lag, which isn't as bad as it used to be. Wait, what? I was talking to Jarrell. Oh my God. That's the only time. It's the only time it really messes up on correcting. But this is about to be a 40-minute video. My bad, y'all. But somebody asked me to demonstrate this, so I'm demonstrating it. I don't want to sound like a dick, but it depends on how excuse me, free Jarrell is those days. Those days. So yeah, as I said, the screen is great. It's nice and beautiful. And that's another thing I like about LG phones is that you can do that with the display. You can just swipe out like this and you could just show off your beautiful wallpaper if you want. This is Princess Mononoke. It's one of my favorite anime films. So Studio Ghibli films, which surprisingly was produced by Disney, which threw me off because it's a pretty violent movie. But yeah, as far as where I would rank this, as far as I wouldn't say like, how can I say this? People looking at this phone are people that are looking at replacing their Note 7. But if you're looking for like a phone with better battery life than what you can get with like an S7 Edge or an S7 standby time anyway, because say what you want about Samsung phones, but this standby time, it's trash. It's always been trash. And this coming from somebody that loves the Note 5. If you want superior standby time, superior video and audio quality, then go with the V20. If you're coming from like a G5 or even the V10, I think it's a good enough upgrade from the V10 simply due to the fact that oh god, this phone is acting stupid. I'll just let it autofocus. And it's still acting stupid. Fuck it. I think if you just want a performance boost, it's worth it. If you want a better build, it's worth it. If you value that durability, wait, what did he say? Friday and Saturday. Oh, if you value the durability that the V10 offered, you're not gonna miss much. I mean, I love the steel rails on the V10, but I like this build a bit more because it's not as like thick in the hand. And I don't have the biggest hands, but it still feels good to hold this phone. Oh, God, why is this acting so stupid? Sorry, y'all. Probably because it doesn't have anything to focus on. Wow. God damn it, I gotta delete some other stuff. Hold on real quick. Sorry, the phone interrupted me. But if you're looking for a phone to replace your Note 7, this is actually a good phone to replace it. But I would never say look at a phone as a replacement, because that's not doing the phone justice. You know, if you value an AMOLED display, if you value the features that Samsung has on their phones, go with like the S7 Edge or something, or go back to the Note 5, because the Note 5 is still an ample performer. But if you want to try something new, if you want to give LG a shot, you're not losing anything on the camera except for the faster autofocus speed, which is whatever to me, honestly. Since I use manual mode anyway. Sorry, my throat's hurting. And honestly, if you want a more durable phone, go with the V20 because glass on glass is not durable at all. I never thought glass on glass with a metal rail was premium at all because they are easy to break. They're easy to smudge up. You can say, "Oh, we'll get a case." I got a case for my Note 5. But that's not the point. The point is this shouldn't be an issue. I might have to record the rest. I might have to hold on. I might have to stitch this together real quick. But yeah, hold on a minute. So sorry about this, y'all. I have to use Overwatch footage right now because, quite frankly, I'm tired of keeping on deleting. Um, I'm tired of deleting stuff on my Note 5 just to make room to do another 1 to 2 minute clip. So I'm just gonna do it like this. So yeah, as far as like metal versus glass, I prefer aluminum, an all aluminum design rather than front and back glass aluminum frame because you could say, well, just get a case and all this, but the point is I like rocking my phone bare. Now I got cases for my V20. Excuse me. Mainly because I work in a back room and I don't want to make the mistake of something hitting my back glass on my camera and shattering it or whatnot, since that's been happening to people where it shatters easy. But I just don't want to have the risk of I don't like having the risk of a phone getting cracked because it's a glass panel. Whatever, to me, whatever is the most durable is the more premium. Not whatever's the most pretty is the most premium. Like I hate that I hate how people think like that. Sure, you could say, well, glass allows for wireless charging. Like, yeah, but if you have a removable battery, which the V20 does, you can also just remove the back. But yeah, enough with that. So this audio, as well as the beginning audio for this part of the review and the beginning part of the first part of the review, was audio recorded on with the V20's high quality, its HD voice recorder. And it's actually pretty nice. I like it a lot. Let me know what you guys think about this. But yeah, sorry to have to use a game clip, but it's just Samsung really did bad with not having you know, they they've done bad not having expandable storage last year, but it's not about the Note 5 right now. So as I said, if you want to replace the Note 7, you can get this phone, you can get the Pixel. If you want to go with something different, get the iPhone 7. Or if you want to go with Windows Phone, go with the HP Elite X3, I think it's called. Windows Phone is actually a great platform, but you're gonna have to deal with not having apps. But as far as the V20 goes, it's very smooth, it's very fluid. Sure, it's not gonna be as smooth as the Pixel, but it's smooth enough. You're not gonna get the typical third-party Android OEM lag that you used to get, and that's really what matters. I think LG really knocked it out the park with this phone. There are flaws, there really are flaws. Like, personally, I personally feel like, as much as I don't mind the camera bulge should be minimized next time around. I personally don't mind it. I've always had the thought that if you have a beast of a camera, there really shouldn't be a problem with it bulging out a little bit. But since the back glass on the V20 is brittle, or at least go with a higher quality lens for next year. It does come with a plastic protector on the camera glass, but that's not necessarily going to help with harder falls. So go with harder glass next time around. The The overall feel of the phone is great. I love what LG does with its front displays. The front of its phones, they look actually really nice. The screen to body ratio has always been great ever since the G2. And as far as everything else, that's pretty much it. I'd recommend this phone if you're coming from a G5, a G4, a V10, a Note 7. Even if you're just tired of Samsung and want to go from the S7 to the V20 or the S7 Edge from the V20. But if you're personally looking, if you value certain things like Super AMOLED displays and stuff like that, then go with the S7 Edge. I want to get one to do a review, but those things are mad expensive, so I might have to cop one on eBay, which I actually was thinking about doing in the first place. I also want to get an HTC 10, but the struggle is real and it's near Christmas time right now. So, and I got to get my 1-year-old sister something for Christmas. It wouldn't feel right just to get me shit. But yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the LG V20 goes. Now, the structure of these reviews will get better over time. I'm sorry for it being like camera, camera in the first review, then you talk about it again in the second part of the review. I'm sorry about that. And just how unstructured it is. I will come up with the structure sooner or later. Hopefully with my next big phone review, which I don't know what it'll be yet. I'll probably reshoot my Note 5 review, to be honest. I actually want to do that. But yeah, this has been Sparta. Thank you guys for watching and have a good one. And I'm just going to let the rest of this Overwatch clip play out. I don't feel like cutting it, really. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, this has been Sparta. Thank y'all for watching. And as I said before, have a good one.